下午好，大家。I'm Oz, and we're Colendi. Today, I'll be talking about our project. We are doing decentralized credit scoring on the Ethereum blockchain with a focus on microfinance. So, one of the major and chronic issues of the financial industry is resolving the problem of access to finance. Now, I know pretty much everyone has a bank account in this room, but in fact, more than half of the global adult population does not have a bank account or any sort of financial instrument. And as for credit scoring, that's only the beginning of the problem. Credit scoring today is done in a very inadequate way. There is no transparency, and it's totally centralized. If you look at our map here, this is like the darker colors are where the intensity of unbanked population is higher. But in fact, even in the most advanced economies where banking penetration is almost like over 90%, still people have very different reasons of not having access to any sort of finance. And in terms of microfinance, it's no different. And in fact, over 70% of global adult population has no access to credit whatsoever. So this is where Colendi comes in. We're providing a decentralized credit score to the user via utilizing the user-owned smartphone and social media data primarily, which enables the user to access to microfinance. It's pretty straightforward. So we verify the user, then we compile the score of the user, and the user can use the score to access microfinance. So anyone in the lending space, I don't know if there's anyone in the room today, but they know very well that data is the #1 problem when credit score is in question. So we do not only make use of the smartphone and social media data, but we also use the centralized data you locked up somewhere along the way, such as telco data and merchant transaction history. So we also want to decentralize the centralized data along the way. There are a ton of use cases, but to give you an idea in a nutshell, our bread and butter is installment shopping and microcredit, but we do also have the main goal of evolving Colendi into P2P finance platform and also a reliability measure. For the borrower to access the finance, it's very simple. The borrower just needs to permit the lender to check their credit score, and the lender issues the microfinance. That's simple. And to break it down into a little bit more detail, the borrower uses the merchant as proxy to reach the lender. And as I've also mentioned, we have data partners and data integrators to contribute for the data to accelerate our machine learning. And all the contributing parties are rewarded with Colendi token. We're a purely user-based consumer good, a consumer app. We have a set of complete tools to allow the user to use Colendi at ease. For the average user, it's going to be very simple. Obviously, most are optional. And we have some great partners already. As I mentioned, we've already signed partnerships, and NASDAQ-listed company included as well. And our co-founders have a long history in banking the unbanked, so this is what they know the best. We've had many successful exits in the fintech industry previously. If you want to know the details, please get in touch with me. And I guess, yeah, the Chinese audience, you are very, used to the idea of credit scoring, thanks to Jima Credit, Zhifubao, and other successful startups in China as well. But we're trying to take this, global, and hopefully you enjoyed our speech. And if you have any questions,